Hello everyone. Today we shall talk about soil classification system. So we shall talk about the two types of soil classification system. First one is Unified Soil Classification System and second is the Indian Standard Soil Classification System. So in case of USCS, Unified Soil Classification, this classification system was first developed by A. Casagrande, and it was adopted by US Corps of Engineers in 1942 for the airfield classifications. It was only used at that time for airfield, right? Only for the airfield it was being used at that time in the year 1942. Later on, it was revised, right? And it was made universal. It was made universal. It was made generalized. That means it can be used for the foundation, earth dams, earth canals, earth slopes, etc. And redesigned, ultimately, its name was redesigned as Unified Soil Classification in 1957. So two types of classification is there. One is called as fine grain soil and next one is the coarse grain soil. So in case of fine grain soil, we normally used to discuss in the class the particles less than 75 micro in the fine grain and more than 75 is the coarse grain. But technically, what we have to say, as per US soil classification system, if more than 50% of the soil passes through 75 micron ISC, in that case, we can call it as fine grain soil. We shall see this chart. I will also talk about this chart. Before that, we shall see sub symbol. You can see here the M we have to use for the silt. Low plasticity is denoted by capital L, clay by C, or organic soils are is denoted by capital O, high plasticity capital H, Cl. Whenever we talk about Cl, we can also say low plastic clay, right? Or inorganic clay of low plasticity. OH means organic silt or clay of high plasticity. We can also say that high plastic organic soil. You can see here organic soil is written there. ML and MH, we can say as a silt. So ML also, M is the silt and L is the for low plasticity. So silt having low plastic property and the silt having the high plastic properties. Cl and CH, we can say the low plastic clay or high plastic clay. Okay. OL and OH, we can say organic soils. OL and OH is the organic soil. That means what? O is the organic soil and L indicates the low plasticity and H indicates the high plasticity. That means organic soil having low plastic characteristics and organic soil having the high plastic characteristics. Now we shall see the plasticity chart. This chart was developed by Casagrande for the Unified Soil Classification System. We can see on the x-axis, liquid limit is there, and on y-axis, plasticity index is mentioned. So this chart, in this chart, you can see this line. This line is called as A line, and here IP is nothing but plasticity index is equal to 0.73 into WL, means liquid limit minus 20. So this is the equation for the A line. What we have to understand here, the Casagrande in case of USCS classification system has divided this chart in two parts. One, when the liquid limit is more than 50%, and another liquid limit is less than 50%. You can see here below A line, and after the 50% of the liquid limit, here this MH or OH is there. That means if you are going to collect the soil sample from any location, you can use this chart you can easily use this chart. Suppose you are going to, whenever you are going to collect the soil sample, definitely you are going to test the liquid limit and the plasticity index. And if if the points, whatever the data you have collected or reading you have collected, if the points comes here, in that case, we can say our soil characteristics comes under the MH or CS, we can say, right? So you can see here, below this triangle, inside this triangle, the ML or well we can categorize. Here, this side, after below 50%, this side CL, this means low plastic clay, we can say as a low plastic clay. Suppose your the data or the readings is coming 25% liquid limit and this 35% plasticity index. So what we shall do? Your point will come here, and in that case, we can say whatever the soil sample we have collected will be denoted as, or we will have the property CL. That means our soil is of low plastic clay. Like that, we can say. That means we can use this chart, right, for the to find out the characteristics of the soil which you have tested in the laboratory. Here we can see dual name is also there, CL-ML, right? So if your values is going to come under this hashed area, right? In that case, the plasticity index may be in between 4 and 7. Okay, so this we can say the soil has dual characteristics. Below 4, the ML is written there. So what I'm trying to say here, we can use this chart for the US classification system developed by Casagrande. And the mainly you can see the below the A line. Here also it is below A line. Use below A line, we can use the M or O, right? Here also mention. And above A line, we are going to write or mention C, clay. And below or less than 50%, low plastic categories, and more than 50%, H is written. You can see here also H is there, here also is there. That means high plastic categories. So these are the some nomenclature that we have to remember it. Now we shall go for the coarse grain soil. In case of coarse grain soil, whenever the particles is going to retain more than 50% on the 75 micron sieve, in that case, we can call it as a coarse grain soil. What are the symbols which we can use under these categories? The G we can use for the gravels, S for the sand, M for the silt, C for the clay, and W we can use for the well graded. P we can use for the poorly graded. And now we can see this chart. This chart is for the coarse grain soil, right? So we can see here on the top row, major division, group symbol, typical names, and classification criteria. So these are the classification criteria. This classification criteria we have to understand. And this major division, what are the major divisions? What are the group symbols? Or what should be the typical names? So how we can explain this chart for the coarse grain soil? You see, as we know, when the more than 50% of the soil is going to retain on 75 micron sieve, in that case, we can call it as a coarse grain soil. Further, this soil, right, which has retained on 75 micron sieve more than 50%, we are going to categorize in two parts. The first part, we are going to say as a gravel. When we can say gravel, if the 50% or more particles are going to retain on 4.75 mm sieve. Here we are going to use the another sieve size, 4.75 mm. If more than 50% is going to retain, in that case, it will come under the gravel categories. And if it is going to pass more than 50%, then we can more than 50% through 4.75 mm sieve. In that case, we can consider under the sand categories. Okay. So now see, these samples have been further classified in two parts. And again, what we are going to do, these categories are going to be classified in further two categories, clean gravels and gravel with fines. Okay. And here, clean sand and sand with fines. So further group symbol, which group symbol we can use? Clean gravel. So clean gravel is there. So two categories are there: well graded gravels and poorly graded gravels. Similarly, gravel with fines. If the gravel has fines, right, finer particles, we can say the silty gravels. M, you know, M we can denote for the silt. We can denote M for the silt. So GM is the silty gravels and GC is the clay gravels, GC. Here, again, this sizes of the particles, we are going to divide in two parts, that is the clean sand and sand with fines. So further, the clean sand, we can write well graded sand and poorly graded sand. And next is the sand with fines. We can further classify SM, silty sand, and the clay sands. Now we shall come to the classification criteria. These are very important actually. So all the things, all the names in the different rows or the different slots, we can use for this. We can use this criteria. You see that in this column, three things are there. What it says that if percentage of fines less than 5%, passing 75 micron sieve, then this GW, GP, SW, SP, we can give the names of that soil by this way: GW, GP, SW, and SP. Right? You can see here. So definitely it will be coarser, less than 5% passing. Okay, more than 12% passing, 75 micron sieve. These are the criteria that also we have to understand. We have to also consider while categorizing the soil. You can see here more than 12% passing 75 micron sieve. Then in that case, we can give the names of the name of the soil: GM, GC, SM, SC. Okay. If the passing percentage is in between 5 to 12%, passing 75 micron sieve, in that case, we can give the dual name. Dual name means GWGM or SPSC, right? So these are the points which we have to also consider for giving the names of the different soils. Okay. Now we can see here how we can say the soil is well graded. This criteria is there, but how we can say well graded? If the coefficient of inferiority is greater than 4 and coefficient of curvature CC is in between 1 to 3, in between 1 and 3 or 1 to 3, then we can say it is the well-graded gravels, right? If these criteria, these two criteria, the first criteria and the second criteria is not going to meet then we can say poorly graded gravels. This, right? This is also written here. The second point we can see the GM and GC, the silty gravels and clay gravels. Fines are there. The gravel with fines, two parts, silty gravels, and the silt and the clay, both are the fines. With the gravels, right? The silty gravels and clay gravels. So here we can see a Turbox limit below A line or PI less than 4. That means we can use the chart which we have seen in the previous slide. A turbo limits below A line or plasticity index is less than 4. In that case, we can say at a GM. Okay. And a turbo limits above A line, either a turbos limits above line with PI greater than 7. PI greater than 7. In that case, we can say at a GC. Okay. Otherwise, if it comes under the hashed area, suppose it is less than 4 or above 7, less than 4 or above 7. In that case, we can give the GM or GSC name separately. But if it is coming in between 4 and 7, which we have seen in the previous chart, then we can give the dual name, GM and GC, right? Now we are coming to this point here for this clean sands and the sand with fines. Here, this if the coefficient of uniformity greater than 6 and coefficient of curvature it varies in between 1 and 3, then we can say well-graded sand, right? If this both the criteria are not going to be met, right? In that case, we can say poorly graded sand. Similarly, whatever you have seen here, the silty sands and the clay sands. When we can say silty sand, if the Atterberg limits exists below A line or Pi less than 4, we can say. We have seen in the previous chart. If Atterberg limits is greater than A line, above A line or Pi greater than 7, then we can say the clay sands, right? Or suppose if the lines, if your readings comes in between 4 and 7, in that case, we have to give the names SM and SC, that is the dual name we can give. So this is the chart which we can use for the coarse grain soil, right? Now we can see Indian Standard Classification System. What it says that whatever the classification we have discussed in case of Unified Soil Classification System, especially for the coarse grain soil, the same criteria we have to also use for the Indian Standard Classification System. That means the coarse grain soil, the chart just now we discussed in the previous slides, that is used for the USCS system, Unified Soil Classification System. The same chart we can use for the Indian Standard Classification System as far as the coarse grain soil is concerned. Plasticity chart recommended for fine grain soils. We shall see in the next slides. The chart we shall see. What we have seen as far as the fine grain soil is concerned. You see, as I told you, in case of US classification system and Indian Standard Classification System, for both the cases, the categories or classification will be same for the coarse grain soil. But as far as the fine grain soil is concerned, we have seen the Casagrande chart. What we have studied, the Casagrande has divided the chart in two parts: liquid limit more than 50% and liquid limit less than 50%. But in case of Indian, which I told you, it is written here. In case of IS classification system, 3 categories is there. 3 different ranges are there. Here 2 ranges are there: below 50% liquid limit and above 50% liquid limit. But what are the ranges here? We can see. We can say the high plastic category when liquid limit above 50%, or intermediate or medium categories also we can say if liquid limit exists in between 35% and 50%, and less than 35% we can consider under the low plastic category. We can see the symbols in the chart. I is used for medium or intermediate plasticity. Mi is equal to silt, inorganic silt. I is the intermediate, right? Ci is the intermediate clay. OI the intermediate organic soils. Okay, so now we can see the chart. Here, this is the Indian soil classification system for the fine grain soil. And 3 categories is there. Liquid limit, you can see here 35. Less than 35, it comes under the low plastic categories. And in between 35 and 50, it comes under the intermediate categories. You can see here CI, MI or OI is written. That means 35, in between 35 and 50, it comes under the intermediate categories. Whereas more than 50%, it comes under the high plastic categories. You can see that's why the H is incorporated in this symbol. CH, MH, OH. Here CI, MI, OI. Here ML, OL, and CL, because it is low plastic category. Similarly, here the 4 and 7 will be there. Here, if your soil is going to come under this category, that is called as dual category Cl-Ml. So this is all about the fine grain soil classifications, fine grain classification of Indian Standard Soil Classification for the fine grain soil. So this chart we can use in case of Indian soil classification system for the fine grain soil. Okay, thank you.